Okay. I should be live now. Yeah, this stream is a live stream. It is certified a live stream. I'm kind of sick right now, so my energy is kind of zapped. I don't have the energy to do like a planned, focused live stream on a certain thing. I'll probably just like mess around doing a few things, maybe just talking about Zen, going over some skills or stuff. I don't know. I just want to do something. I was literally in my bed until like 5 p.m. Because I didn't want to do anything because I was just feeling so tired. Okay, well maybe I should copy this and then I'll post this here. I mean, it's not that important of a live stream, but it's a live stream that nonetheless exists because I don't want to literally like do nothing all day. I'm thinking potentially making like an Edo tier list, which I have done before. So it would kind of be like, I don't know if any of my opinions have changed since the last time I've done that. Basically, just like pulling up a random like a number tier list and then ranking the different equal tunings that way. Or I could just do some ear training. I think that's what I'll start out with. Um, yeah. So, boom, boom. And what do I want to do first? I'll do some 15. That should be fun. Ooh, stop. What? Okay, I'm glad my face cam was covering that. I hate when it just like gives you random notifications. I'm like, my face cam was covering it, but that could have been. I think it was just a chess.com thing, but octave, tritone. Wait, no, not tritone. Uh, that's a tritone. One of these two. Which one? No, I got it wrong. It's definitely a minor third. Um, hmm. Wait, what? Oh, this is why I need to actually listen instead of going based off of vibes. There's no way I just mistook. Yeah, if I actually been using my brain, I wouldn't have mistaken a perfect fifth for a major third. Absolute goofball move. That's a neutral second, I think. Oh no, okay. Yeah, it's interesting because it's kind of 15 in a way is kind of dual nine. I mean, there's one that's like a clearly a the interpretation that makes sense, but like when it comes to just purely approximating the thing, it's not that. Uh, you kind of like dead miss a 200 cent interval, like because you got this. Yes, Michael, it is in fact a live stream, and stuff is happening. I think. Diamec. This is. This is probably one of the worst algorithmic scales. There are so many good algorithmic scales, though. And this one is just, like, the weirdest one. I don't even want to... It's just... it just, like, is so meh compared to how amazing the other ones are. Like, you get... Well, I guess Pine Dine is also meh. Black Dye and Diasem. Maybe I should do a stream on them. I don't know. I'd have to get ground fault approval uh, to talk about that, but aberrant skills are so cool. Okay, back to ear training. I think this was like a tritone. What was that? I have no clue. I think I get thrown off whenever like the top note stays the same, but the root just changes. And like most of the time I'm able to like reorient myself, but then like with each different time the interval plays, but like I don't know, I just kind of get thrown off. What was this thing? That's one of these two. Okay, I'm really not getting this. I think once I actually like hear one of the neutral seconds, I'll like know it. But right now I'm just incorrectly guessing like every time 240 cent like major second comes up. Uh, this is definitely that. Now I'm actually like listening for it. Um, oh my goodness, I was. Oh, of course. No, yeah, yeah. Today you had to explain what E half flat is to a group chat. I mean it's always a fun thing to do. I personally love like explaining microtonal concepts. Uh, which I want to start doing. Yay! Oh, I ranked dead last. Uh, hi, my name is. Oh no. Okay, maybe I could just be John last place. No, I want to be John last place. Uh, Maybe it could be like Ed last place. That's like a two-letter name. Are there any other good two-letter names? I think I can be Edward last place. Or maybe what are like two-letter names? I'll just be like Edward last place. There we go. Yeah, I was definitely not going for speed there. All right. So maybe I could talk for a bit about that was last things profile or last things thing. Hang on, wait. I should just be able to go file new. Save. All right. What was I gonna do? All right, stuff I want to talk about, like probably in future live streams. So like on weekends. Right now I'm a bit too tired to like do one of these streams, but I want to start like uh that's not an X. Explaining different microtonal concepts. Oh my goodness, this is the worst handwriting ever. Like, I mainly just want to start out with talking about equal tunings. Oh, I might start out with 19 just to like get comfortable talking about that. I could do like maybe a little practice run in this stream for like all of the things. This I kind of like having like a completely unplanned like just do whatever I want stream. I do prefer like having a plan going into it. Like a lot of the times my streams are very like I have a plan going in for like what I want to do, and then I do that specifically and trying to not get too sidetracked. But I do like the freedom of this, like being able to just like do whatever this stream. I I think 19 and 17 kind of go hand in hand. Sure, that looks like 74. This is like new levels of bad handwriting. I will say the worst part about getting into microtonality is that the way you see numbers is forever ruined. Like, you can't see 22 without thinking, oh, is that a microtonal reference? Is that a reference to 22 tone equal temperament? No way. Is that 22 Ito? Is that 22 notes per octave? Is that... No way. But I think, like, a lot of these could, like, benefit from, like, explanations. Like, a few of them are a bit more intuitive, like 19. But stuff like 15 and 14, I feel like are talked about less because they're a bit stranger. I wrote 23. No, I'm not doing a tutorial on 23. 26 is what I meant to write. It would be really based if I did 23, though. But 23 is weird. But stuff like 15 and 14 are a bit more strange and out there in their structure, and I think could benefit from like having little like tutorials to like explain like compositional ideas, things you have to think about when working in those systems, etc. 15 is so cool. It's so interesting. It's like so weird and but also really cool. All right. Yeah, so talking about like these various things, maybe if I'm feeling spicy, I could talk about 16, but there's really one main way to interpret 16. I don't know. And then I could also talk about general concepts like moment of symmetry scales, which are really great. I do want to like try to be an educational resource, and I'm gonna start out by doing first streams, and then eventually when I feel more comfortable talking about this and like organizing my thoughts that way, I could eventually start making videos. We got the whole epic paint pirate software way of doing this. So yeah, so those are some plans, I guess. Oh, and now everything is covered in darkness. Rah, it's an evil, scary face. He has like evil teeth. He has like a pointy triangle head. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, maybe more ear training for now. You could mess around with like weirder ones. I bet U variable is like run 43. Wait, what? She hasn't done it a single time? She was like blazing 43 the entire stream that one time. And she hasn't done a single run on it. I don't get the appeal of 43. Well, I mean, I guess I could. I would just probably use 31 instead. Wait, is 43... Hang on, wait, never mind. Wait, no, it might be. No, no, it isn't. Okay. I want to find a tuning that's like the opposite of a knife tuning. So what a knife tuning is something, for example, like 27, which tunes like all of the harmonics a little bit sharp. So like, boom, your seventh harmonic is tuned a little bit sharp. Your fifth harmonic is tuned a little bit sharp. I'm not showing the actual like seventh and fifth harmonic. I'm showing like 5/4 and 7/4, which are going to be like the exact same level of accuracy, because octaves are pure. But boom, your third harmonic or perfect fifth is a little bit sharp. And what that means is that every ratio, that's like the difference between one of those, is going to be pretty accurate. For example, 6/5, boom, that's really accurate. 7/5, boom, that's really accurate. 7/6, boom, that's really accurate because the sharpness kind of cancels out. I want to find something that's like the opposite of that. 80 Ito is also another example of like a knife tuning, where it tunes everything sharp. Okay, I might do like an epic tier list. Uh, Number tier list. Oh wait, I just have this one. Okay, let me just reanalyze my rankings here. All right, let me see if I agree with myself from like, I don't know, maybe a month ago. I forget when I made this. Okay, in S tier, we get 22, 41, 9, and 26, 31. I think if I have 26 up there, I might also put 15. So I feel like I'd like those two like an equal amount. Then we got these nice ones. I really like 11. Um, hmm. Just trying to think. You can see 20, Ito, and 48 have their own, like, worse than F tier. 20 Ito is worse than F tier, and 48 is worse than F tier. Goodness, there are a lot of ads on here. Alright, any that I immediately disagree with, or that I would like a bit more, or that I've changed my mind on. 40 I do find theoretically cool, though it's like too big. Like, because it's very weird in some aspects. And I kind of like that, but it's too big to be worth it for, like, the weird shenanigans it does. Like 41, which is a similar size, is just like a very versatile, like almost jack of all trades tuning. Uh, hmm. I think I did everything up to 50 and then like handpicked some other ones that I have opinions about. Ooh, 55, I might put in its own thing. I might add like a new tier. Hang on. Add row above. That's like 55. Because, like, I don't. Do I hate it more than 20? I actually might hate it more than 20. Hang on. 55 must be sent to hell. There we go. Um, yeah. I think, yeah, these are just all the modifications I would make to my older tier list. I have 35 all the way up here, but maybe I'll bump this down a little bit because I have 7 down here. I know people might like disagree with this, but with me putting 7 all the way down here, because 7 Ito is nice, but I personally just don't find any find it to be that impressive. I mean, when it comes to like very small Itos, I think 5 just kind of overshadows it. Oh, why is 2 all the way? Okay, I think I was kind of trolling with 2. I do kind of find 2 funny and interesting. I'll bump it down a little bit. It will be like bottom of smiley face tier. It's still going above 27. Yeah, I would agree with that assessment. Do I need to like reorganize any of this? I mean, I think I mostly agree with S tier. Now A tier is looking very lonely. I should probably like bump. Ooh, I think I like 17 a bit more than I used to. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like this is overall pretty good placement. What's this scale? Oh, right. This was the Diamec, one of the worst aberrasmic scales. What was I gonna do? I was gonna do something. Oh, right. I need to look at what 30 Ito anti-diatonic is like. It's like very soft, right? Yeah. What does this sound like? I'm gonna guess it sounds like pretty 7 Ito-ish. No, I think it's still like they can still sound like major and minor-ish. Yeah, no, they still do sound like distinctly major and minor. Even though it is like a 10 Ito neutral third technically, I think the flatness of the fifth makes it more convincing. On its own, it does sound neutral, but then when you add in this, it can sound a bit more major. It's crazy how like how contextual this stuff is. Oh, I need to change it to light mode simply to make myself visible. And then your like kind of like augmented chord will sound neutral. Yeah, that's interesting. Maybe I should just try to do some 31 Edo year training. Yeah, I was able to pop off and get 17, like, get 17th place like 2 weeks ago. Oh yeah, that was the other direction. Mm. I think part of the where I struggle with uh with this is like sometimes it's tricky to identify between major and super major thirds, and normally that's not really an issue. I think if I'm hearing more for the buzz of the pental thirds, if I'm like listening for that, I could probably tell it more often. But uh no way I'm exactly halfway on the leaderboard. 53 out of 106. But the reason why it's hard is because your super major third is kind of like a bit deflated compared to like standard super major third. So a lot of times I might be hearing it more. I don't know. I might be just be making excuses for why I'm bad. Yeah, that's probably true. In 26, it's really deflated to where it's like much closer to. Wait, is it like. Can't remember if Neo Gothic is more or less than Pythagorean. Let me try 14 over 11. Yeah, it's basically Neo Gothic. Wow. I did not realize. Yeah, the super major third in 26, I guess, is like much closer to like a Neo Gothic one. That's weird. And kind of funny. Oh, wait. I guess it kind of makes sense that you would have to have one of those in 26. Just because you have a very good 7th harmonic and a very good 11th harmonic, so you're going to have a pretty good 14 over 11. It's weird that that like basically comes out to like just deflating a super major third. I guess that's how it has to be. What's this tab? It's blocked by my webcam. Oh, hi. Hi, Porcupine Temperament. How are you doing today? I think Porcupine Temperament is doing good. Let me just get rid of that annoying 13. Not 21 limit. Ah, yes. 21 is my favorite prime number. Porcupine is kind of crazy cool. And I wanna use like Ground Fault was I was talking with Ground Fault earlier in a call, and she was saying how she has like a 15 Edo Porcupine Helmet Shot keyboard that she got from Starshine, but she never really uses it because 15 is too small of an Edo for her. And if we ever do an IRL Zendergarden episode, so like Zendergarden is this microtonal podcast that I'm sometimes on. Uh, we've been trying to like figure out potentially doing an in-person episode in the future. Maybe she said that she might let me have that just because I'd get more use out of it, which would be very exciting to be able to just like have a keyboard to play 15 Edo on. Let me see if I can pull up uh whatchamacallit, Stephen Weigel's uh Porcupine keyboard. Edo keyboard. Okay, okay, he seems to have a lot of videos featuring it. I'll just use this one. But like having like a keyboard that's like Porcupine 8 would be so cool. We just do like some. You have to think about how many keys this would be to be. I think like you would have one here. Well, I think it's not necessarily that he has like a specific 15 Edo keyboard. It's more that he has like a keyboard that he sometimes rearranges like the layout of, which is really cool. It would be very nice if there was like a keyboard specifically built for that, because I think that's just a keyboard that happens to be able to work well for that, but wasn't like designed specifically for that. I was thinking of like carving a pumpkin for like a 15 Edo Porcupine Helmerstock keyboard layout, but then I just never got around to carving pumpkins before Halloween. I mean, there's still a uncarved pumpkin in our garage. We just never got around to carving it. Maybe I could like carve it for a live stream. I don't know. Is this stream working? Looks like it's broken. Here, wait. Let me double check this. It might just be like OBS trolling me. I'll just continue and figure that people will tell me if something's broken. How many is this so far? One. Gonna need to have, oh, this is the like worst handwriting ever. Forget what I said earlier, this is like somehow even worse. 7, and then 8, and then 9 for the octave, so we need 2 more. I'm such an awesome artist. How do you name these? I was thinking about, probably says on the Zenwiki how like, if I go on the 15 Edo page, I just don't know what letters to use. I'll just do like a little dotted line for the to show that there's going to be a black key here. So like, yay. 15 Edo. This is such a scatterbrained, random, unplanned stream. Oh, are they naming it based off of Heptatonic porcupine? That sucks. Octatonic porcupine is like infinitely better. Like having one extra note makes it like infinitely better. Why are they using it with... Why do Zen musicians have to try to be quirky? Okay, this one is better. Quill. Small diquill, large diquill. Why? It's like that one time where I found out that the standard for like armatonic note naming is like literally numbers, like Armadoo. Armadoo theory. The fact that they just name the notes like after numbers, that's like the worst. Wait. Okay, I need to stop getting mad at dumb notation systems. Hmm. Octoquill. What was I doing? Right, I was drawing this here. Yeah, hopefully we can arrange that IRL Zendergarden episode, and hopefully Groundfault decides that she wants to give me the Epic Porcupine keyboard, because that's something that I really want. I see no benefit to using Hanson layout, but I don't know. Stephen Weigel's used it before, and I think he said that it's not the worst thing in the world. I mean, yeah, for this one he uses Hanson layout. Stop giving me ads for Fortnite. I literally have no interest in that game. I actually haven't seen this color cover yet. Yeah, but this has the Hanson layout, which is a little bit goofy. He seems to be navigating it well. Before he starts singing, he just looks so dead inside. Oh no. Sadvin. Alright. Sadvin Weigel. I love this song, Dance of the Forest Lights. This seems to be a pretty good cover. Yeah, I'm getting so distracted, but I guess it's not a problem because there's no main plan for the stream. It's just like whatever I want to do. Let's go gambling. Let's click random page on ZenWiki. Yo, this is gonna be the best scale ever. Let's see what this is. seems to not have any... Wait, is this like the thing where it's... Oh, is Joan like something Oregon-ish? This is like... Um... Hang on, what is this? This is like 9L2S. Nine L2S. So it seems like this is kind of like a something that would be generated by 11/8. I wonder what type of stuff you get if you just like stack a pure 11/8. I don't know. Random page, let's go gambling. 4180 T. Yes, my favorite comma. Uh, what even would this be?
$2,199,023,255,552 $2,197,176,384,375.
Yeah, great comma. Random page, let's go again. Microtonal blogs. Craig Grady. He's like a JI guy. Wilson's mapping of the hypercube. Um, hmm. So this guy seems like he's like a guy who like does stuff. Maybe I could read this later. What? I don't get to read this? Let's see 9-tone scales. No way, Mozilla. Oh, hi Fitzgerald Lee. Yeah, I have no clue what I'm doing right now. I'm just hitting random page on the Zen Wiki and seeing where that takes me. No way. It's 7L3S. I love neutral thirds. Actually, do I? I don't know. Moment of symmetry scale. Haha, pyramid. 7L3S. Yeah, this is kind of just an expansion of like a neutral scale. Like check out the intervals here. There are some minor thirds and a few major ones, but mostly just neutrals. Wait, shouldn't this in fact be... Yeah, if you play every other note, then you end up getting pentatonic stuff. Just in the same way, if you like have like Godzilla 14 or Semaphore 14. I don't think there's a Tamnam's names for... There are Tamnam's names for like scales with 14 notes. I think it just goes up to 10. But if you play every other note, then you get diatonic. Now, if you play every note, here you get... If you play every note, you get pentatonic. I was thinking about like, what would this be? I think this is called like flout scales. So like MOS scales that are like, have scales that are contained kind of like flout within them, or flot. I have no idea how to pronounce the word. An interleaved scale. Yeah, I was thinking about this earlier, or a while ago. And what scales could like do that with like diatonic scales. But uh, so I was coming up with like 5L9S, 5L, uh, 5L16S, 5L, basically 5 large steps, and then filling out the rest with like however many it takes to get to a certain multiple of 7 when you sum the amount of large and small steps. So like for example, 5L30S, as insane as that might sound, does have some like practical things. I'm gonna do it in 50 because 50 is awesome. Now let me do... I think if I just go like... red, yellow, green, blue. Oh, I think this would have been easier to do in Skill Workshop 2, to be honest. The coloring, because now I have to assign it manually to each note. Like red, yellow. I don't want to have to repeat this every single time. Synth. Vertical 1, horizontal 5, I think. Why do I have low grade rooted? Hang on. Oh, I need to have, I think, this, and then this will give me major on my root. The whole point of this is so we can set it going horizontally goes every 5 notes of the scale. Because the idea is if you go every 5 notes, it becomes diatonic scales. And then going vertically, that's just going up 1 note of the scale. So we'll get these, like, very small movements. Boom, diatonic. You might notice it also sounds brighter in another way. Now, when we move up, it changes from going in major to going in Lydian. So here we get like major, right, and here we get Lydian. And if you go down, oh, would you look at that? It's Mixolydian. I still haven't quite figured out exactly what causes this. But for some reason, if you match the number of notes in the scale with, wait, hang on. No, if you match the number of large steps with the amount of scales you're interweaving, then whatever reason going just vertically or through the scales will increase in order the modes in order of brightness. I don't know if I'm doing the best job of explaining this. I kind of don't have to because I don't know. It's not that important. Also, I bet you might be wondering, hey, if going up always adds like goes to one brighter mode, like here if I just like play like things that are like vertically adjacent, you can hear like it's all like these like very small single steps, and then here we get the thing where the 4 changes to a sharp 4, so we get a semitone there. You might be wondering, well, there's nothing brighter than Lydian, so what does it cycle through? It goes to Locrian, and it does that by sharping the 1. So the 1 is now the thing that's becoming 1 brighter, and basically what that does is that by pushing up the 1, you're kind of pushing down everything else. So yeah, Lydian is right next to Locrian. What a pleasant sound on the ears. Hang on one second. Okay, crazy scale. Hmm. Uh, I've gotten like very good at uh I've gotten like pretty good at 31. I don't know why, it just like feels very natural. 31 is kind of awesome. Oh yeah, earlier I got a comment that was like asking like why I did so poorly on something like quarter tones. And like so well comparatively on like stuff like 72 and 22. And that was really interesting because like it really made me think about like why that is. And the conclusion that I came to is that I just don't have the same passion about stuff like quarter tones. Uh, so like comparatively, I mean, I guess if I tried really hard, I could get it right. Yeah, I guess I just wasn't trying. Oh, I was completely off on that. Uh, oh, okay. Or I was, yeah, off. I mean, I'm not doing horribly now that I'm actually kind of trying. I guess I just wasn't trying the other time. Oh no, yeah, that was obviously not a neutral third. I don't know what I was thinking there. Why am I struggling with this? Is this 750 cents? No, okay. Oh, that was my gut instinct, but then I started doubting myself. Alright, what should I do next? I mean, I could work more on this. Oh, another thing I could do is like evil 12 Edo piano practice. I'm gonna make the best melody ever. This is gonna be absolute fire. And by absolute fire, I mean a dumpster fire. Alright, speed mode. I kind of like the... That works, at least. Maybe we just, like, get rid of everything, but then leave that in. That can, like, add some energy. Yeah, this could be good, I guess. Oh, that's kind of good. It's not very, like... Obviously, it's not a very even chromatic system because this is a, like, comma step, this is a comma step, and then this is more of, like, a smallish semitone, I think? Yeah. Okay. I love when, like, just putting in random notes can, like, lead to an idea. Da 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 da. I don't know. Oh yeah. Hmm. Um. 35 over 32. Oh, that's definitely not right. Okay, that sounds good. I don't know if I trust myself to continue it right now. But yeah, like, holy cow, that just added energy where it was kind of missing it. I need to remember to, like, not just, like, keep all my melodies, like, monophonic or, like, one voice at the same time. Like, just the power of, like, having, like, just dyads in your melody is really cool. Yeah, music. Am I right? Oh, now that I'm, wait, hang on. Let me switch over just to Ableton for a bit. Whoops, don't need to turn that off. I need to turn that off. I could just, like, go through a bunch of random. I might, so the 37 Ito one starts out strong, and then it becomes a little bit weird. I might just want to scrap and redo, like, the part that I find weird. Because it starts out with this, like, very big sounding rule thing in 1516. It's still in 1516 at the second part, but then the next part feels, I don't know, like it doesn't keep the same energy. I need to re-listen to it. I mean, it's weird. I'm still trying to decide if it's bad weird or good weird. I don't know. The rhythm definitely feels way more lopsided. I think the thing here feels a lot more natural with the 1615, or sorry, the 1516. But this one feels a lot more lopsided, kind of skippy, which is kind of cool. And this is also where I was gonna have, like, I asked Groundfall to give a little monologue about 37 Ito.
I would consider 37 to be the first full tridecimal Ito. It tunes primes 5 to 13 all within a few cents of just, which is already enough reason to...
Yeah, nerd emoji. But I don't know. I might want to just, like, completely change up what I'm doing there. Oh, here's something that I haven't shown on stream at all. I've tried to start something in triple Wool and Pierce. Which is a really cool tuning that I don't think a lot of people have made music in yet. I mean, I think there are literally no entries on the Zen Harmonic Wiki. I've tried to make music with Bold and Pierce in the past. But it's just kind of felt a little too limited. Like, with the choices of chords that you have like the three main Bold and Pierce triads. The two that people talk about, which are like the 3-5-7 and then the 7-5-9, or the 5-7-9. And then the one nobody talks about, which is the what's it called? 9, the 7-9-15, yeah, which is the triad that gets underrepresented. But then those are like your main things, and technically those are all just like tritive versions of each other. So if you're like doing this with tritive equivalents, it's basically the equivalent of having like one main chord. With triple Bowl and Pierce, you get the addition of like primes 11 and 13. It gives you like A that's close to like 24 and a half ish Ito, like somewhere between 24 and 25 Ito, whereas normal Bowl and Pierce is like 8 Ito ish. So you have like more melodic possibilities, a lot more harmonic stuff. And while Bull and Pierce is kind of crazy that it exists and is kind of a mathematical miracle, I feel like goodness, that does not sound good while highlighting it. I feel like Triple Bull and Pierce is also really cool. Wait, let me stop playing it. There we go. I still need to change this, but you get like these very fuzzy stuff. It sounds very Bull and Pierce in nature. I really like the sound of that chord right there. There's gonna be more there, but yeah, it would be cool to continue that and make it into something. Was this good? I can't remember. It's definitely a thing that existed. This was like, yeah, this is called The Black Mold on J.K. Rowling's Wall. I think it's a great name for a song. Alright, what else is there? There are just like so many stuff that like I haven't worked on in forever. God, I really want to turn this into something, because this is like really cool. It's weird, like 8 is a very weird and off-putting tuning, but you can get it to sound normal sometimes, and that's a very weird thing. Like this sounds very natural. Like I can barely believe this is an 8. I tried to continue this and I just wasn't able to go anywhere with it because it's a very weird thing when you are. Oh, also it's in 7/8. So. It's weird how natural this sounds. I need to. The thing that's tricky about this is kind of the bar I've set with like how normal stuff sounds, to where it's hard to continue it because 8 Ito is very weird. Maybe I should like analyze why I was able to. Oh, that's a chord that sounds normal-ish. How about we do some epic analysis? Goodness. So, like, here it's kind of like playing your... Like, it's kind of just arpeggiating a minor triad. And then here... This goes to, like, a stack of... Technically a stack of fourths, but you could also view it as a stack of major thirds. The weird thing about 8, and the thing that makes it so cursed, is the fact that perfect fourths and major thirds are equated. So I think what's happening here is this is just being interpreted as some sort of inverted major triad. Because one of them is, like, our brain is probably rounding one of them to a perfect fourth and one of them to a major third based off of what we're used to. It's just some chromaticism stuff. Okay, let me analyze the chords now, because here's where the meat and potatoes is. So, this is like a minor third, voiced quintily. And that might sound weird because, this is a minor triad voiced quintily, and that might sound weird because how can you voice that in only fifths? Well, like I was saying earlier, the fact that perfect fourths and major thirds are equated also means that technically, like, major seconds are like a stack of 2 perfect fifths. If you octave reduce that, it actually becomes a minor third. So if you just stack 2 perfect fifths are like 50 cents sharp. They're like 750 cents in 8. So you could voice this minor chord like this, which is a completely alien way of doing it. What is this chord? Honestly, I feel like a lot of it is voice leading. That leads it. Feeling so natural. Let me make sure that the stream is working. Okay, live stream seems to be working. Sometimes I get nervous because it looks like it's broken from my side. I think I could just do some like natural sounding stuff, just going chromatically down. Da 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 da. Oh no. There we go. I love having 0 concurrent viewers. No, I'm kind of glad. I feel like it would be unideal for this live stream to perform well. When, like, I put more effort into other live streams. It's just a very, like, lazy, like, do whatever I want. Type thing. Okay. We might go back to ear training for now. Trying to think if there are any that I want to have on here. It would be fun to, like, suggest 311 Edo. That would just be so insane with the amount of, like, intervals that would have to be on screen. Yeah. That would be way too much. 72 is already a lot. It's nice that you can neatly arrange it into, like, a 8x9 matrix. I really want to do a live stream all about, like, 9 Edo and why it's, like, the best macrotonal thing. Oh, I guess now, hang on, I've been, like, working on a few different 9 Edo songs, like I mentioned earlier. Uh, what was I gonna say? Right, I've been working on a 9 Edo album, as I was saying, like, I think last live stream. And by working on an album, I mean I haven't touched the album in, like, 3 months. Uh, could do some, I could epically leak some of the songs. I don't know. Uh, maybe I could just show the live set and not play anything. This is going to be the most epic leak ever. With 0 concurrent viewers. Where is this located? Right, I have to go. Alright, this is the epic thing. No, I will not play any of it. Maybe I could play the first song that's gonna be in the album. Uh, God, I do not organize my files at all. Here, okay. Oh wait, whoops. I accidentally opened up another instance of Ableton. Can I close this one and then will OBS automatically track onto that? Okay, good. Yeah, this is a live stream. You're just in time for me to epically leak the first song of the 9 Edo album. Uh, that I haven't worked on in 4 months. Alright. Are you ready? This is gonna just be this first song. I'm calling it Opening Credits. I'm not gonna leak. So far, there are 2 finished songs on the album. I'll leak this one. This is the first song. But yeah. And then I can like do some epic analysis on this. But I want there to be 9 songs in total. Maybe I could cut back on that if it becomes too realistic. Like I said, I haven't like worked on it in like 4 months. I also need to. I say this is finished, but I do want to tweak like a few things, mainly just re-record this audio thing. Okay, now. Welcome to 9splosion, an album written entirely in 9-tone equal temperament, where you have 9 equally spaced notes per octave instead of the standard 12 which you would find on a piano. This allows you to do some cool things as well as providing an interesting creative limitation of having less notes to work with. Anyways, with that said, I hope you enjoy. It's just tricky because I have to make full songs in 9-edo, and 9-edo is like really fun. I can find it like pretty intuitive a lot of the time. I think it's one of my favorite tunings. It's just so elegantly small. Yeah, so what this one does, it's a lot of like augmented scale type progressions. I mean, on the topic of 9-edo supersets, I don't really use supersets of 9, but Groundfault's favorite tunings are like 27 and 18, like are two of like her favorite tunings. Both of them are supersets of 9, but she doesn't like 9-edo itself, mainly because it's like very small and it doesn't have like any real whole tone. Yeah, but yeah, I've used 27 before. Only once. It's kind of like, I don't know. I think with something of that size, I would prefer something like 31. Or if I wanted something with like a similar structure to 27, I would choose like either like 22 or 15. But I don't know. I'm not like a huge 27 fan myself. But anyways, so what this song is doing, mainly with 9-edo, well, what this song is doing with 9 is, I wanted to kind of like, hopefully like capture like one aspect of 9, in like each song. So this is doing like very augmented scale type things to where it's, I don't stay strictly in the scale, but a lot of like that logic of like moving major 7 chords like down and up by major thirds, which I really like the sound of. Oh, it's really cool to do like a chromaticism down from like your major third, like a chromaticism to a major third. Because it's interesting because sometimes 9 can feel more scale-like, and sometimes it can feel like more chromatic. Because 7 Ito definitely feels more scale-like, and like something like 11 Ito feels more chromatic. 9 is like a weird in-between that, depending on the context, it can feel like either. And then this thing is just like arpeggiating stuff. I haven't really used 13 much. Well, one of the very early on songs I did was in 13, but that was only because 13 was the tuning of the month. I don't know. For some reason, I'm just drawn more towards 11 than to 13. Just something about it. Maybe I should just use 13 more, and I could possibly find some sounds that I liked. But like repeatedly over and over, I found like interesting and like very pretty sounds in 11, which is not something you would expect from 11, but it delivers. I definitely wouldn't call 11 like the best macrotonal Ito. That title goes to 9, but because 11 is very weird, but it like consistently surprises me with the amount of like beauty and elegance that you can get out of it. Welcome to 9 Explosion. Oh yeah, the album is going to be called 9 Explosion, with 9 written as a Roman numeral, so it's IX Explosion. Cool things, as well as providing an interesting creative limitation of having less notes to work with. Oh, here this kind of like... Yeah, you can hear like... I think this shows like most of the intervals in 9. You can hear like the buzziness of like the... What is it? The major sixths and... Wait, no, not major sixths. Sorry, of the minor sixths and... Wait, no, the major sixths. Hang on. Am I tripping? Yeah, the major sixths. And the minor thirds, or... They're more sub-minor than anything. They're like very close to J.I. sub-minor. Yeah, the 7/6s and 12/7s, yeah. Yeah, all of this is like doing this like C to I guess I have it notated kind of like anti-diatonic, so like C, D, E, E sharp / F flat, F, G, A, B, B sharp, or C flat. And I'm not calling the note above E, E flat, because that method of notation is stupid. Harmonic Mobile notation sucks. It would be really fun to leak the other one, but if you notated 27 Ito subset notation and 9 Ito, I'm afraid you would have to go in the pit. I don't make the rules, I only enforce them. But yeah, that's something that would land you right in the pit. It would be nice to the other one, which is finished, I'm really proud of, and I really want to release. But if I released it now, I would kind of be giving up on the idea of having like this be a full album. Uh, but I'm really proud of where it is. I don't want to leak it because I want it to kind of be like an epic drop. It's probably going to be like the highlight of the album. But it's 8 minutes long. Oh, speaking of 8 minutes long, maybe I should work more on. Ooh, I could get like the stuffy nose vocals, which would probably be nice for this. Here, get ready to hear the best music you ever heard, Yo Variable. It's in 17 Edo. Let me find where it is. $2 bills. This is going to be the best music you've ever heard. Get ready for it. Oh wait, did I accidentally just open up another instance? Yep, okay, I keep on forgetting that I enabled. Yeah, so far this song is like 8 minutes long as well. This is gonna be the best music you ever heard.
Yo, I be making money, I got $2 bills. Yo, I be making money, I got $2 bills. How many $2 bills do I have? I have 40. How many $2 bills do I have? I have 40. I be making money, I got $2 bills. I be making money, I got $2 bills.
The best music you ever heard.
I got $2 bills. I have 40. I have 40 of them. I have 40 of them. I bought a Hot Wheels car with $2 bills. The man over at the counter says, "Wow, son, that's a lot of $2 bills." And I said, "Yeah, I have a lot of them." He said, "How many do you have?" I said, "I have 40. $2 bills, 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 $2 bills. I have 40 $2 bills." Another thing that you might not know about me is that I own a lot of dimes as well. You might be wondering, like, how many dimes do I own? I own like $100 worth of dimes. Yes, that is like 1,000 dimes. I just like keep them all in like a very big stack. It's a like very big stack. I like stole it from somewhere, but like where the stack came from is not that important. I just have like $100 worth of dimes.
Oh, get ready for the best beat drop you've ever heard.
Bro, I think this is like the part where the bass drops and it goes like. Act 2, begin. Money, but I don't know where to spend it. And you might say, maybe I should lend it, but I think I want to buy something and give it a try. So then I look and see this program called Ableton Live 12 Suite, and I'm like, oh, sweet, as in Ableton Live. Why don't I dive right into this and get started? So I buy it using all of my $2 bills and dimes, making beats on Ableton Live 12. Sweet! I be making beats on Ableton Live 12. Sweet! I be making beats and the beats they are sweet! I be making beats and the beats they are sweet! I know all the music in the world. I know every music. What music do I, what do I know about music? You just like add in some of the notes.
Okay, we're ready for beatboxing.
And then I forget what you do next.
Epic beatboxing.
Oh, so basically, I also forgot to mention earlier that I'm all out of money. I spent all my money on Ableton Live, and now I don't have money, and it's not very sweet. And I am currently broke, and I need money. So if you could donate, that would be very helpful. I think hang on one second. I think wait, no, I think this part is ending. I think we're gonna go on to another yeah, we're gonna go on to another another part after this, like not the part then not the next, well, not this is the next part, but the next part will be the next part, and okay, and we're gonna move on to that right about right now. Act 3, begin. I need more money, so I go find a job instead of finding a bank to go and rob, because crime is illegal and I'll go to jail. So I get a job and my ship is set to sail. I get a job at McDonald's and then I give burgers to people, but then I get fired. I forgot to ask for their money. My bad. After I gave them the burgers, then I go to Starbucks. And then I start selling stars. I love stars. Then I get fired because you're apparently supposed to sell coffee instead of stars. But then why is it called Starbucks? Then I start working at a bank. Yeah. And then I love money. And then I get fired because I stole all the $2 bills. I love $2 bills. But now I have $2 bills. I have my $2 bills. 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 Act 4. Begin.
This part goes so hard.
$2 bills!
Yeah. Isn't it amazing? What's over here? Amazing. Why is this just like a copy? I wonder wonder if I can still make that noise while I'm sick. Okay, it's not as good. So that's $2 bills. I'm planning on making it like 15 minutes long. What other stuff still has gone, hasn't, what other stuff do I have that's in progress? What's 22222222222? I'm guessing it's something in 22. Wait. Oh, this is a thing that I never finished. Oh, why is this? Oh, right. Everything's off with the wave table. Hang on. I'm just gonna go. Okay. The wave tables are kind of broken right now because of stuff that happens with the way Ableton changed how transposing works. So some of the my old live sets are just like completely off because now I have to change them. Instead of transposing by 12, I have to change by however many notes in the octave. Also, I can't use it to get extra range because it's like actually transposing the MIDI notes and interpreting that way. So if I do it at the bottom, then I just get like more of the same exact note repeated and repeated. But this uses like a cool thing where just like chromatically going down the notes in 22, and it kind of just like makes like for a very like, I don't know, like shiny, like I don't know, it just reminds me of like shooting stars or something. I don't know. It's very pretty. Yeah, if you haven't been able to guess this already, this is a very like scatterbrained, no plan live stream where I'm just like live streaming for the heck of it. I have so many things that are just like unfinished. It's a real shame. It's crazy. I even like remember all the little things from this, but I haven't worked on this in like probably like 4 months again. I mean, yeah, 12 note, 22 Edo subsets. I mean, there are two that come to mind, for like mapping this onto like something so you can play it on piano. That being like the, super pipe thing, and then the, and then like Pajara as well. But I think what would probably work better is honestly that one mod moss of Pajara. To where you could just map like every time like the semitones going from a white to a black key are like 2 steps, and then the semitones going from like a white to a white key are like 1 step, I think, or are they 3 steps? They're either 1 step or 3 step. I forget. I think they're 1 step, right? I honestly can't remember. Or wait, no. It might be that those are going by 1 step. Hang on. No. They would be going by 2 steps. Oh, yeah. I think it would be Yeah, going from a white key to a black key is going by 2 steps always. Yeah, it would be like 10L2S. But then if you do the one mod mouse of it, so the thing is like, here, let me change back to just a full display capture. 2L10S. Wait, no. Yeah, it's 10L2S, not 2L10S. 10L2S. So, like, if you do this as, like, instead a mod mouse of that, so, like, you could just do, like, this, and then map this to, like, your white nodes. But if you think about, like, with these, the more natural way to do it is instead have it be like large step, ignore the drums, like have these, all be large steps, have this be the small step, and then, yeah, just, like, have it be like this. And then, when you go like this, I'm pretty sure that gives you nice tone. Wait, does it? Wait, no. It would be 4. Wait, no, it wouldn't give you nice tone. What would give you nice tone? Maybe, I don't know. Something would give you a nice tone. No, but this would be a super major third, I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I forgot how this works. I could just run the MIDI into Skill Workshop and play it that way, but that, like, messes up everything, because then Skill Workshop constantly tries to leech it and they can't, like, get the MIDI to reconnect to Ableton. It's annoying. Yeah, I'm guessing that's, like, probably Diaschismic 12. I don't know, that's what I assume. So that's just, like, the most obvious 12-note subset of 34. I don't know. Pajara feels like... Pajara technically is, like, the same as Diaschismic. Pajara is just technically, I'm pretty sure, the 7-limit extension that works the best. 34 doesn't support Pajara. It's basically just 22, and technically 12 and 10, though they don't really do that in practice because they're kind of like exo edge cases of that. And Pajara is basically, you make 45 over 32 be half an octave, and also you temper out 64 over 63, so that means also 7 over 5 and 10 over 7 are half an octave, and you get your harmonic 7 just by going 2/4. It's a very nice thing. I'm thinking also maybe doing some Evil 12 Edo piano practice. Right now, it's very weird because I don't really play an instrument. I'm trying to learn piano. But, like, for the longest time, I've just literally only been, like, doing stuff in the DAW. So, like, my piano skills are just not there. So I'm, like, still learning, like, the very basic stuff on piano, like, just doing, like, C, F, and G major scales. Yeah, but but my theory knowledge is very much there. So like I'm a very weird edge case because like I know like basically most of the 12 Ito theory. Uh, but yeah. I know all the theory in the world. I might just like go through some more of my like older things there. Oh, I was working on this one thing in a 17 note JI scale that I made a while ago, but I don't think it really got anywhere. I forget what the scale was. I actually could probably find it. I think I have it saved in my scale spreadsheet. This song is kind of like a nothing burger currently. Oh, this is a pretty good scale. Oh, wait, this scale is actually good. Oh, that's a pretty chord movement. Oh, wait, no, yeah, I think I greatly underestimated and forgot that this scale was good. Hang on, let me pull up the lattice. Because it's like... Wait. The defer at command. Wait, sorry, I don't know how to do that. Wait, what's the thing? Is it the approximate by ratios thing on like going by Itos? I mean, with my detempering method, I don't know if you want the 4 hour long JI live stream, but I think I went over it a bit there. It's not about necessarily going for the closest interval. So like for example, with my your detemper of 23 Ito was very close to the Ito, though it didn't have a lot of connections like harmonically on its lattice. But then but like my detemper had a lot more connections, and that's because the way you kind of do it is not just by like taking the closest ratio. It's by uh, it's by kind of like mapping out and deciding where certain ratios are. Like you've got to first decide where like your perfect fifth, major third, and then like your 7/4, or if you don't have it rooted on the scale, you can like just define it like 7/6 and then build stuff from there. Basically, here, give me an Ito 2D temper and I'll do it. Like a low-ish, like, but ideally, like below 28. 22. Okay, so let's just say I'm going for 22. What I first do is I figure out, okay, 22 Ito, its fifth is 13 steps, so I'll put the perfect fifth here. And its major third is going to be 7 steps, so I'll put that there. That's not a that's a major third. Accidentally typed 4 over 3. Oh, sorry, I forgot to hide Ableton. Yeah. The display capture was on, but Ableton was just covering it. So yeah, and then basically from there, this is also how you construct like a constant structure scale. So then I know that this is going to be set, like major third is 7 steps. If this was just like going to be a 5 limit tuning of it, I know this is, this is 7 steps, this is 13 steps, so 6 over 5 will be 6 steps because 11 minus, wait, no, 13, sorry, did I say 11? I meant 13. 13 minus 7 is going to be 6. And then so on, continue that method, so let's find where 9 over 8 is. That's going to be, I mean, you could just go, probably if you're familiar with the Ito, it helps a lot, because then you just kind of know where stuff is mapped. So, like, you'd know, oh yeah, 9 over 8 is going to be mapped to 4 steps. But if you didn't, like, if it was something you were more unfamiliar with, you could just figure out, oh, 13 times 2 is going to be 26. Reduce that by an octave, so minus 22, that's 4. 9 over 8. And then just keep on going like that. And then you can, 4 over 3 is going to be 9 steps. Then you can, yeah, just continue like that. A lot of times this is, like with 22, a detemper is like pretty, a lot more obvious for what to do. So like 5 over 4, 7 plus 9 is going to be 16. So 5 over 3 will be there. Yes, it might be a live stream, Blondie. Still not sure though. I need to double check with some experts. And then you could just keep on filling this out. Fill out all the obvious ratios. Yeah, I'll just like 16 over 15. Epic lattice. Yay. Sorry, I'm kind of going without explaining like what I'm doing, but hopefully just the overall method of like knowing where stuff is mapped to perfect fourths. A perfect fourth is 9 steps, stacked twice, that's 18 steps, 16 over 9 here. I'm also kind of like choosing intervals that I know are going to, just starting out with like the simplest connections first. Yes, 7 limit stuff you can just do the same way, just define where like a certain 7 limit interval is, and then just make sure whenever you're moving by that interval, it's always a consistent amount. This stuff is kind of trivial. For 22, you can do a very obvious detemper just by literally taking the basic ratios as like they're understood. Like a 7 limit detemper would just look like probably like something like this, just taking the subminor, minor, major, and super major intervals, and then putting them in a scale. The semitones and tritones, I guess, are going to be trickier to find out last, but I think the best way to do this, I'll figure out what these two are at the end, contextually. Because a lot of times with less obvious things, like where your wolf fourth or wolf fifth is, You could just do like an 11 limit interpretation, like an 11 over 8, 16 over 8 type thing there. But if we wanted to keep it 7 limit, I could probably find different intervals, so it should be 12 over 7. Change this to a 7 over 4. 27 over 14. So then the last things, the 11 limit, if I did that, it would just create like these things that aren't connected to the overall lattice. That's why, I mean, I might have to, in order to justify intervals, because I think not only should like an interval exist just to like pad out constant structure, but also they should have a purpose. If I did this, it would kind of be icky, in my honest opinion. Not a lot of connections to these intervals. So I would probably, instead of doing 10 over 9, do like 12 over 11 to give a connection to this over 11 thing. 12 over 11. And then I might do like 33 over 32 there. I mean, I just want to be like justifying my intervals. There, that's a little bit better, I guess. That could be more justifiable. But then the 7 limit interpretation, I think, works best with a doing a wolf fourth here, so like a pental wolf fourth, and then like your septal Lydian tritone, so like something a perfect fifth above your 27 over 14, which would be, I think, 81 over 56. 81 over 56, and then 27 over 20. And it looks like this. Yay! Fun fact, this scale kind of just like contains both like the two most obvious the most obvious like pental 12-note scale, the one that's just like all of your most basic things, also with the addition of these two, which aren't in the scale, and then also the septal version of that scale, which I think is cool. Yay. Oh, your variable. I don't think you caught my live stream yesterday about straw, this amazing just intonation scale. Look at the lattice. It's just a little straw. Why is my webcam so big? There. Yeah. Awesome scale. 24-note scale. This scale sucks. The cool thing about this, bro is on that Fortnite grind. Yeah, I just got like an ad for Fortnite when I was pulling up a Stephen Weigel video earlier on stream. But cool thing about this, you get plenty of comma steps. So like between 9 over 8 and 10 over 9. Also between like 16 over 9 and 7 over 4. So you get like some syntonic commas, you get some septal commas, or septimal commas, which usually you don't find in scales of this size. Usually the first place where you find scales with both of those commas are like 29-note scales. But here you do it because you don't do the default mapping of like a 24-note GI scale. Instead, your major thirds are mapped to 7 notes of the scale, which is like half of a perfect fifth. Yes, this exists to give more connections overall to the lattice. I mean, I could make the ratios look simpler by rooting it like somewhere so you get a 10/7 for tritones instead. Like, but I kind of like it to where you're on the bottom, you start on the bottom row, and then, see, the ratios here are like a lot more simple. So now you have like 7/5 there. But here on this one, you get your harmonic seventh chords. I mean, the ratio is only as complicated as like the mode you're in. I could make the ratio look really complicated if I like rooted it on 16/9. So like, if I root it on 16/9, then that ratio now becomes a 2,835 over 2048. But then if I instead like chose to root it on I don't know, like 15/8 or something, then it would become a 21/16. So it all just depends on where you are in the scale. I try to create my just intonation scales so you can like still have connections and possibilities for wherever you are in the scale. I don't try to make like a scale that's like tuned to one note specifically. Which is why there's stuff like this, because that would give you connections, like if you're right here in the scale, or like you're right here or right here, it would like be kind of contextually there. But anyways, the really cool part is, you know how in 7-note scales, like diatonic scale, you can just like play every other note of the scale to make chords? Well, here you can play every 7-note of the scale to make chords. So 5/4 and 6/5 are mapped to the same amount of steps. They're both 7 steps in the scale, which I find is really interesting. So if you were doing like a more standard 24-note JI scale, you would, if it was constant structure, so like everything is mapped to a consistent amount of steps, you would probably have your 5/4 be 8 steps, but here 5/4 and 6/5 are 7 steps, instead of 5/4 being 8 steps and 6/5 being 6 steps. Also, so that's kind of like almost, that's like a dicot mapping of that interval. So like exotemp stuff can be pretty useful when detempering scales. Also, this is like kind of a semaphore mapping, because you map 7/6 and 8/7 to half of a perfect fourth. It's a really interesting scale structurally. You get a bunch of comma steps, like I said, 81/80 and 64/63s. It's like a super great scale for exploring the 7 limit. Yeah. Oh, also, you might be looking at this 27/16 and thinking, it's like aesthetically not pleasing because it could just be like a giant long rectangular cube. And then there's this thing sticking out. Oh wait, what did I do? I just changed the scene somehow. Okay, there we go. But actually this kind of allows you to make like a have a perfect rhythm of this, which allows you to make a harmonic 7th chord there, there, and there, and there. Then you can make a 4, 5, 6, 7 chord starting here. You just don't, sorry, not a 4, 5, 6, 7, just a 5, 6, 7 without the 4. If you imagine that there was an interval here, this would be like a root of a harmonic 7th chord. But here, if you just get the diminished chord within it. So shifting this over kind of gives you more options. And also, if you remember, 6/5 is kind of mapped here. So skewing stuff this way is generally a good thing. So, yeah, overall, I'm kind of in love with this scale. Oh, right, the whole thing was I was looking at the 17-note JI scale, and then I got distracted with straw. Where's the 17-note JI scale? Right, it was here. This is actually cool. I actually like this. This was actually my attempt at doing something that just Bicycle did on its own, except I completely didn't realize Bicycle existed and that you can do what Bicycle does in only 12 notes. But this scale actually contains Bicycle within it, and then also contains some extra ratios like this and this, and this and this. Edo tier list, yeah. With a billion ads on it. How do you feel about the placement of 43? It should be blue. There. 20, 55, and 48 each get their own tiers for punishment because of how bad they are. I hate these three Itos. Like every Ito is good except these three. Just have like visceral hatred for 20, 55, and 48. And everything they stand for. Oh yeah, 29 is also in there. I might bump up 50. 50 is just a lot of notes. 50 would be very cool if it wasn't so many notes. Some Itos just have like the problem that they would be cool if they weren't so many notes. For example, 60. 60 could be cool. 60 is like a multiple of 12 that I think can be cool. But it's just... yeah, it's just so many notes. Like 40 would be a really interesting Ito that I kind of would want to analyze the properties of. But it's just so big. It's like around the size of 41 for the weird shenanigans it does. But it would be really cool to like analyze the properties. And 33 is like a smaller version, but 33 does a bunch of other cursed stuff at the same time. 33 is very cursed, but I don't hate it. It's kind of like it doesn't get its own like punishment tier. Because its cursedness kind of makes it interesting in a way. The reason why these three are down here, 20 Ito just kind of feels like a nothing burger. Like it's just filled with like uninteresting stuff. It's like the first Ito that's like completely uninteresting. 43 has more notes than 41 and is mean tone and is less mean tone than 31. That's my opinion. Also, isn't the 7 like mid? I can't remember. Okay, the 7 isn't horrible. But oh right, it's in the opposite direction off from the 5th, so so wait, hang on. Yeah, the 7 over 6 is kind of like this. Almost neo-Gothic? I can't remember how big 13 over 11 is. It's like not quite there. No, it's like halfway between subminor and neo-Gothic. Oh yeah, something weird that I was realizing is that 26 Ito's super major third is basically just a 14 over 11. It gets deflated so much that it becomes like geogothic. It's even like a little bit flat of it. It's crazy. But it makes sense, because 26 would kind of have to have this interval because it has the very accurate 11 and the very accurate 7. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, a lot of the stuff down here is either just like very cursed or nothing burgers. Like 38 and 44 are kind of just like nothing burger. 22 times 2 and 38 times 2. I don't know. Maybe these eaters have like interesting properties, but a lot of times it's just like meh. 33, I imagine 33 is like a nightmare to detemper. I wonder, like a 7 limit detempering of 33 would be next to impossible, I think. Probably it would be possible, but it would be very tricky because it tempers out 36 over 35 and it reverses 81 over 80. Oh yeah, also, funny thing, you see this very accurate, 9 over 7, uh, in 33 Ito? It's like very accurate, even a little bit sharp, I guess. Anyways, do you want to see where it's mapped? It's mapped here. 9 over 7 is mapped here. If you're detempering it, you have to use, 11 steps instead of, the actual accurate interpretation. Yeah. That's how curse 33 is. Is that, yeah, 9 over 7 is mapped to 400 cents. It's weird. Whenever I think of 25, I never, uh, here, maybe I should just go back to letter things. Uh, Maybe I'll just do like C plus C minus. D F. Okay, wait, no, I just want to make this S and then triple S. And then A. Yeah, no. This is the vibes that I think are right. And then these get their own tiers. There we go. What do you think about the placement of 29? I can't remember if you like 29 or not. I mean, it is kind of interesting as a semi-portal system. But I don't know. I just don't have a liking for like sub major and like what is it? For sub major and super minor or sounds. I don't know. They just don't quite. They aren't very appealing to me. What is this? Oh wait, hey, you want to see something cool? Wait, no, it wasn't there. Never mind. I can show you the cool thing later. But using like the ultra major thirds could be interesting. Especially like resolving with her sus chord to that. Because then you can see that like contextually that they aren't a sus chord. Because I feel like sometimes they could be misinterpreted as like a sus chord potentially. And like you would get those in like semi-quartal. Yeah, I'm also going to try to make videos like that as well. But yeah, the more videos of that type that are out there, the better. Anyways, this 17-note JI skill is better than I remember. It's kind of a nice mix of like that one 7-note JI scale with like sub minor and major intervals, plus bicycle, and then you extend the 11 part a little bit out this way, which is kind of how it wants to go. Yeah, no, I'm actually happy with this. I think I initially didn't really like this scale because of the whole uh, realizing the bicycle existed and what the original goal of the scale was just to have like two harmonic 13 chords, which bicycle already does. But I think as a scale, like in general, it's still really nice with the extra notes it adds. Alright, see you, variable. I'm probably ending stream soon anyways. It's 8 p.m., which is when I wanted to end the stream. Bye. How small is 117 over 112? Okay. is this interval? 45 over 44, right? 45 over 44 might be the first non-exo superparticular to temper out. I do need to think about smaller ones. I think this is like one thing that the one thing Osmium said that I kind of agree with. It is like, yeah. I need to think about other superparticulars though. But like so far it seems like a fairly, what's 40 over 39 again? Oh right. Oh yeah, no, that would probably lead to bad stuff. Yeah, that would equate 39 over 32 with 5 over 4. I'm trying not to think of like too high, like, I'm trying to mainly think of like 13 limit superparticulars. What would 35, I know I said I was going to think of like 13 limit, but like what would 35 over 34 be? That would be equating like 17 over 16 with like 35 over 32. Which maybe if you tuned it right could be fine. I don't know. It feels iffy. Yeah, I feel like this is kind of like the right balance of like being able to stack a lot of intervals. Maybe like 27 with something. 27 over 26 and 20, no. Both of those are pretty exo, I think. I don't know. Yeah, maybe it is. Yeah, I think I agree with that. Because like 36 over 35, I think is pretty arguable. Over exo comma if you like want like actual like 7th limit stuff. I don't know. What would 55 over 54 be? I'd imagine that seems like it's a similar level of like combining stuff even with like, so 55 over 54. Oh yeah, yeah, no, that's definitely not exo to temper that out. So like sharp riffits on average do that. I'm pretty sure. Wait, hang on. Is 45 over 44 hang on. 2, 3, 5, 11. I feel like more stuff tempered this out. That's weird that that's kind of like the more natural way, almost. It seems to be lower egos, though. But, I mean, I feel like it intuitively, mapping like 11 over 9 to one of the pencil thirds, it feels like mapping it to 6 over 5 is the more obvious one. But I guess since it is like a neutral third, it is pretty close to just being like in between. Wonder what these two commas combined create. 55 over 54 times 55 over 54 times 44 over, or 45 over 44. 25 over 24, okay. What would be the difference? Oh, interesting. I think that makes sense. Yeah, I'd say that this is probably definite. This is not exo. Definitively. Uh, this is also a fine comma. That's like pretty clearly not exo. Whoops. But then you also get like 50 over 49, which is fine. What is 52 over 51? That's like... Yeah, I'm not familiar with like other, like, pretty much with anything past. 39 over 38. That feels like it could... This is probably really exo. Temper. Yeah, I can't imagine, because you can't, like... When stuff is, like, repeating a certain prime, it can be a lot nicer. Like this, you get 3, 3, so you can put, like, your error into that interval. And then still be really accurate. So, like... Yeah, you can see here, like... You don't have to be super inaccurate to do this. And then here you can still be like fairly accurate. $50 over 49. Oh, whoops. I think is also pretty unambiguously. I mean, Osmium might call this tempering this out exo, which I think is insane. If you think that this is like that's too far, I don't know. I feel like you're very disconnected from reality. 49 over 48, I think is also fine to temper out. You do have to have, I think, a lot more error there, though. Osmium's argument for why these two commas are exo is that if you temper both of them out, that it makes exo temperament. Which is not an argument at all. Some commas just don't play nice with each other. Like these, the main problem is the fact that you have a 49 on top and a 49 on the bottom, which means if you combine them, you're just going to cancel out and end up with like a very small interval, which is 25 over 24, which will kind of result in dicot. Okay, what happens if you, oh wait, oh right, Godzilla is the opposite of Majora. Like, for example, if you combine these, then that implies a whole onslaught of things. Like, this literally just implies 5 Ito mapping for, like, your entire septal stuff. Okay. I think I'm just gonna end stream now. Been streaming for like not even 3 hours yet. Uh yeah. I might work more on this. I don't know. I probably won't stream until the next weekend, who knows. I'll probably be busy with school stuff. And yeah. I guess lastly I'll say I really hope that nothing bad happens in 2 days from now when the election happens. It's scary, man. Like, knowing that the fate of, like, the country falling into fascism or not relies basically on the equivalent of a coin flip. I don't know, man. It's terrifying. Alright, now that we've ended on that super fun note, I think it's time for me to end stream.